Welcome to Commander Pop Culture, a place to gather magical information with some laughs, might I add. Hello everyone, welcome. Playing Izoni. Wish I had one more land that was green, otherwise I would play it. Much better, we'll take it. Playing against Jhoira, Elas, and General Ferrous. Feel like Elias will be hard to beat because we both are playing aristocrat strategy, so we're just both going to be trading life totals throughout the game. He might get off the ground a lot faster because his commander only costs 2 mana. Maybe I crack the Evolving Wilds, go for a forest so I could set up turn 2 Azusa. That seems really nice. Jhoira is pretty brutal of a commander. They cantrip off their historic spells. Historic spells include artifacts, so it's probably a heavily artifact-themed deck, and they'll just draw out everything. If they find something like Sensei's Divining Top, they could probably win the game with a coupon. Oh, okay. I guess Mana Crypt's casual.
Just kidding, it's not.
Start off from a nice deficit here. I was going to play my Hagra Mauling as a land, but I might just save it for the guy that's about to get his turn 3 commander down, plus probably a bunch of rocks or just artifacts down in general. Tireless Provisioner ain't bad. I could do more setup. I could go with Genesis Chamber, but then I should have played Fabled Passage over Crystal Vein. Kind of sucks. I'd be missing out on a trigger with, I'd be missing out on 2 triggers with Tireless Provisioner, but I feel like I need to do something. Black Source. I guess I could sweep up the commander with Deadly Cover-Up. I am playing a budget deck. In Modo, this is like 15 bucks. In paper, it's a lot more expensive. It's closer to like $180. And that's with keeping cards to be $5 or less. I did fudge on some things. Like I put Shatterfang in this deck because it seems just too good. Shatterfang says whenever you make any token, you make a squirrel token, I believe. So you just rack up tokens as fodder for Izoni. And the whole purpose of Izoni is to sack 4 tokens. You surveil 2, draw 2, gain 2 life. Hopefully me and the other aristocrats player will drain this person to death real quick. The next piece to our puzzle here will be trying to find some card advantage because we got plenty of mana now. The Jhoira player will be making a lot of card advantage. Maybe I play the Deadly Cover-Up now, prevent them a lot of card advantage, and lose the Azusa. I don't really gain much for keeping Azusa around. Jhoira is definitely a kill on sight kind of commander. Maybe it was a little foolish of me to do the Hagra Blood Pit, but I still think it was sweet value. And then I couldn't cast it anyways because I didn't have double black, so actually I don't regret what I did. Topia Sprawl. Fortunately, I could only put it on my forest. I'll have to tap to use it, but I don't need it this turn anyway, so not bad. I'll get in for 1 damage, hit the player on the right. We'll choose green since I am missing that. Yeah, I denied him at least 2 cards by doing that board wipe. Unfortunately, he has enough mana to cast her again, so I'll have to find another answer to that. Oh, he surrendered.
Loser! Let's go, Ace! Loser!
Interact with him once and he's done. That's all it takes. I've actually been having a lot of issues recording this deck because of toxic players. I've tried recording at least 3 times before this, and it's just that kind of stuff happens all the time. I had a good string, like when I was recording my last 2 videos. It was just 1 game, 1 and done. Didn't care if I won or lost, as long as it was good to watch recording wise, I didn't mind. I had someone play Voja. They hit me for 36 damage, left me to the other 2 players, and then just quit because I killed his Voja once before. That was weird, very spiteful. Chalk the outline would be nice. I could follow up next turn and exile my Azusa. Don't need it yet. Evidence 4 can be a bit of a high price. You could get around it by playing certain cards. Like I thought of playing a bunch of explosive vegetation kind of cards because they cost exactly 4, they ramp you, and then will help you pay for your commander tax down the road. But I didn't want too many effects like that because then I'd have an awkward mana curve. But maybe this is one of those lists that will take a lot of fine tuning for me to figure out the best way to play. I never get to find out if it's good enough because I have people surrendering and doing spite plays and ruining the footage, I guess. People won't get to see what this deck can do. Hopefully I could draw some cards to answer what's going on over there. Genesis Chamber is probably just as helpful to these players as it is to me, so this will be an interesting game. Hey, I get to make 2 tokens to my provisioner now. That ain't bad. I am in a weird spot with my mana. We will always make a treasure with this. Seem to need a forest because I'm dedicated to using Utopia Sprawl right now. I don't want to let this mana go to the waste, so I might sacrifice my stuff now in hopes of finding something else to play. Grave Titan's nice. I do like my Terra Sunder to answer what's going on over there. I could attack over here and see if he'll block. I doubt that they will. Ooh, I got an Insidious Roots too. Wow. Nice little combo here. Fortunately, I don't have enough mana for Shock Outline. I'll attack over here. I doubt he blocks because he values 2 of these pieces. I got a nice little setup here. Now I get Scaling Plant every time I exile a creature from my graveyard. My tokens also tap for mana.
The perfect storm of self-satisfaction.
So I could play almost anything for my hand. Proper Burial. Whenever a creature they control dies, they gain life equal to its toughness. Pretty sick. Combos well with Veto. Oh. Okay, he's gonna attack with the Merc. He wants to enable this thing over here. Oh, it's not attacking me. I was ready for it to come my way. I guess I don't have much to lose. Hurting each other to sit nice and pretty over here. Oh, he's going for another combat. Okay, that's fun. Okay, the middle player leaves. Guess that leaves you just one option. Come my way. Darkboar Savage is nice. I don't have a reason to play with Chalk Outline right now because I don't have any creatures in my graveyard. And I have 7 mana to play with. I'll sack the Summoning Sick ones. Nadir's Nightblade's really great. Academy Manufacturer's also good. Put them both on top of my library and draw them up. I did in that order so I get to see the drain effect. Now I could leave these up the block. I don't really have any mana to play with. And then sack them in response to damage. Hopefully he doesn't find an evasion piece. Staff and Nin's pretty good. Starts plinking off my stuff. Tempting to kill my Sap Rolling. If I can respond now, that means I lose my sweet blockers. Edric Sar's pretty sweet. Let's put the birds in my graveyard. I want some better gas. I have a lot of life to spare. Let's see 2 cards first. Worm Harvest, that's awesome. Now I can make 4 1/1s. Fortunately for me, I don't have to commit to attacks. I could just play it safe, wait it out. Worm Harvest is so good in this deck. It feeds into itself because it has Retrace. I can discard a land and recast it for 5 mana. And then obviously my lands in my graveyard count increases. So next time I find a land, I make 5 worm tokens instead of 4. And it gets on progressively worse for them anyways. Turning to dust my chamber and my manufacturer. Oh well. The manufacturer would have been awesome because it turns my 1 token into 3 tokens. Chatterfang, hell yeah. It's one of the cards I'm fibbing my price range on because it's that good. I think it goes for $8 or $9. So sorry, that's like the only card I'm egregiously breaking my rule of $5 with. But there's not a lot of things that do this where you make a token for making a token, and it just seems to be incredibly critical for this deck because making 4 tokens ain't easy. I can play Escape Tunnel, make some stuff. I guess Indrik Sar is a go now. Could follow up with Chatterfang. Got Escape Tunnel for triggers. Got a lot of pips in here that are greens. Ramp a little bit more. Got a swamp in hand. I guess now I can start plinking off his creatures with my squirrels. Oh, Hexer from monocolored. Dang. Okay, I guess we won't do that. Just wait for him to try and blow something up like I have been doing. I'm very grateful to Lotus Bomb here for sticking it out, even though he's in a bit of a pickle. It's a good sport of playing it out or playing to his outs. It's not that his board isn't that great, it's just I have a slightly better one. I have fodder to give up. And his attacks aren't the best. I could stuff out some critical pieces. The quality of tokens that he's making are better. They're 4/4s versus I'm making 1/1s, and that Staff of Nin is helping him out because I go down consistently in tokens, trying to respond to not let anything go to waste with my Izoni here. Ooh, Tangible Virtue's good. Now I could attack aggressively. Fey Offering's great. If I cast both a creature and a non-creature, I get to make all 3. Yeah, I think Fey Offering has to go because I don't consistently do the thing. And then my Wolf tokens may be able to scale up my dudes to at least force this guy to start attacking and trading stuff off. And they don't die to his Staff and In. And I have enough mana for Worm Harvest too. This might be critical mass here. Oh boy! 17, 18. He's at 21 life, so I don't have enough to kill him quite yet. Yeah, I'm actually too short because I do have a treasure token. Choosing Garruk. Good choice. Anointed Procession. Fortunately, that kind of stuff's out of my budget. An attack trigger? Yeah, I'll just shoot that thing off now. Sack 2 squirrels. I don't want him to hit my Garruk, that's why I have to do it now. We're gonna do the thing now. Splendid Reclamation is awesome. I think we have our token problem solved, so let's just put this in my graveyard. Moldervine. So we draw a ton of cards. There's only a handful of things that trigger on tokens dying, and Moldervine is one of them. He's talking about my dude Nadir's Nightblade. This in my graveyard, this in my graveyard. We'll recast this. This is enough, so I'm not gonna just beat around the bush. I'm just gonna sack him. I wanted to thank him for his time and playing this game with me. I had fun. I don't know if he's having fun right now, but I get to finally show my viewers and my subscribers what this deck can do. And that's the whole purpose of me making videos and educating all of you, trying new things and what have you. I want to make everyone better players, and I think I do that in this channel. That's the game, folks. Let's take a look at the list. The curve is incredibly low to the ground. It's around like 2.08. So you'll always have things to do. You want a nice balance between creatures and non-creature spells. I like instants and sorceries because then it goes to your graveyard for Izoni to attack and get that evidence trigger off. Permanents are a little more tricky because they have to somehow find their way to your graveyard. Desecrated Tomb, Chalk Outline. There was one more that we saw, Insidious Roots. Those all care about creatures leaving your graveyard, and obviously Izoni enables that and make more fodder to sacrifice. But that's the list. I hope you all liked what you saw. In the description below, I'll include the list for all of you to look at it yourself. I hope you all had a great time. Everyone take care now. Bye.